Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do this good test review. For y'all's test coming up over systems of equations. Now, some of this is going to be not necessarily specifically in this chapter. We're going to review some stuff from earlier chapters also. That'll also be covered on the test, but the majority is going to be systems, graphing, substitution, and elimination. All right, so the first question is, let's play a little some. Okay, it's loud. Alright, so to solve by graphing manually, you just have to graph. Remember, to graph an equation, you start at the y-intercept, which the first equation is 2. And the slope tells you where to go next. It says to go down 1 and right 3. Alright, so from this point, not down, up, tripping is positive. So you go up 1 over 3. And now when you're graphing by hand, remember you do need a straight edge to make it as accurate as possible, because remember we're trying to find where they intersect, and if your graph isn't accurate, you're not going to get an accurate point of intersection. So that's the first graph. Second one, start at -2. And remember there's an invisible 1 here, so we're going to go down 1 and over 1. Alright, and so when we connect these points, whoa, that is not good. Hold up. Alright, so our solution is the point of intersection there, which is -3, 1. Alright. Next one. Lisa goes to the mall and buys 4 shirts, 3 pairs of pants for $85.50. She returns the next day, buys 3 shirts and 5 pairs of pants for $115. Alright, so remember to define your variables. So we have shirts. We're going to do S for shirts. And P for pants. Alright, so the first day, 3 pairs of pants. So 3 pants. Oh, let's get this. 4 shirts. And it was for $85.50. So we have 4S plus 3P equals $85.50. And the next day, 3 shirts and 5 pants for $115. Alright, so now remember, when we are solving by, this is in standard form, and we were solving by elimination, we want 2 of the terms to cancel out. Now, we don't have any match, we don't have any opposite terms, we don't have any matching coefficients, so we need to multiply to get the least common multiple. Alright, and here, our least common multiple between the S terms is going to be 12. So we're going to multiply the first equation by 3, those multiplied by -3, and the second one by 4, because remember we want them to be opposites. So I'm going to write these new equations down here. So you have 12S plus You know what? I'm actually doing it on another sheet because this is how I want y'all to do it on the test. It keeps it a little clearer. So we have 4p plus 4s plus 3p equals 8550, and 3s plus 5p equals 115. Again, we're multiplying this one by -3 and this one by 4. So our new equation would be -12 minus 9, -12s minus 9p equals -256.50. This is going to be positive 12p. Remember, we're adding these. Plus 15p equals 460. Alright, then we add those. Remember, those cancel out. -9 plus 15 is 6p. And nails plus nails equals 203.50. Alright, then we divide by 6. And you get some number. Does it not make sense? Alright, I figured out what I did. 4 times 5 is 20. Tripping. And so that would be 11p. So this is 11p. Divide both sides by 11. P equals 1850. Alright. Now remember, to find S, you plug it back into either one of these two equations. So you have 4S plus 3 times 1850 equals 8550. Subtract 5550. And get 4s equals 30. S equals 750. 750. Alright, now we can check about putting in the equation just to make sure. Alright, and so we're going to put it on there 30 times. And we get it. Alright, so we know those two answers are correct. Alright, number 3. Find the x and y intercepts. Alright, remember to find the x intercept and make y 0. So you have 3x minus 4 times 0 equals 12. So you get 3x equals 12. So divide by 3 and x equals 4. Only one answer choice with that. It'll be D. Well, let's check for the y-intercept. And so you have 3 times 0 equals, minus 4y equals 12. You have 4y, negative 4y equals 12. Divide by negative 4. And you get y equals negative 3. And that is in fact what we have here. Alright, solving by substitution. Anytime you have a variable solve for, y equals x equals z equals r equals whatever equals, you can take what that variable equals and substitute it in. So we could take negative 3x plus 11 and plug it in for y. So we get 3x plus 2 times negative 3x plus 11 equals 7. Alright, then you distribute. You have 3x minus 6x plus 22 equals 7. Negative 3x, because we're going to combine like terms. And subtract. And divide by negative 3 and get x equals 5. Plug that in, get 3 times 5 plus 2y equals 7. Fitting plus 2y equals 7. 2y equals negative 8. So y equals negative 4. Whoop, whoop. Alright, and again, you can check it again if you would like. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to try to keep it short. Alright, so the next problem here. Hold on. Alright, solving by elimination. Well, we already did practice that over here, well, on the other sheet of paper, but let's do it again. So when I'm looking at this, I see that these are the same, but remember they need to be opposite. So we're going to multiply this by negative 1. And that's going to give me 4x plus 3y equals a positive 27. And the second equation, everything is the same. Remember, we're adding the two equations, blue. 3, that'll be 7y equals 35 divided by 7. Y equals 5. Now you take 5 and plug it back in for y. And it doesn't matter which one you plug it into. Know why all these songs is just being real inappropriate. So we're just gonna not have music. 27. And again, like I tell y'all all the time, if you can't solve at this juncture, you need to be seeing me. So we got x equals 3, x equals 5. If you want it as a point, that's how it be. That's how it be. Alright, number out of 4. So write an equation of a line that passes through the given point and has this given slope in point. Slope form, slope intercept form, and standard form. So the first one, of course, is easy because we have the slope and a point. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Slope intercept form, of course, y equals mx plus b, our most common one. And standard form, ax plus by equals c. So putting in standard form is going to be the easiest here because, I mean, not standard form, but the point slope form, because that's exactly what we have. So you have y minus 8, because this is x and y, equals 3/4 times x minus 4. Alright, so this is point slope form right here. To get it in standard or slope intercept form, we just get y completely by itself. Alright, and then add. Alright, so to be in complete standard form, we need to, well, this is slope intercept form, so this is point slope. Slope intercept. And so we need to move this back to the other side. So you subtract negative 3/4 x, or you subtract 3/4 x. Get negative 3/4 x plus y equals 8. And to be in standard form, you can't have a fraction, so we're going to multiply this whole thing by 4. Cancels out that fraction, so you're left with 3, negative 3 x plus 4y equals 32. Questions? Let me know, and I feel how I feel. Alright, Gloria has 21 coins. They are nickels and dimes, because she a dime and she's top of the line. They are worth, who wrote this? They are worth a total of 195. Write a number system of equations to determine the number of coins she has. Alright, so this is similar to the problem we had the other day. Alright, where you have 21 total coins. Alright, they are made up of nickels and dimes. So if I have a handful of dimes and a handful of nickels together, the total will give me how many coins I have. So I have to add the number of dimes I have and the number of nickels I have to get that 21. So the first equation, d plus 21. D plus n equals 21. Now we do know that a 10 is worth 10 cents, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. Alright, so let's look at this. So we already know we can't do that one because that's $10 and $5. That's just dumb. That's 50 cents for nickels. So really the only answer it can be is this one. But it would be 0.1 dimes because it's 10 cents per dime, 5 cents per nickel. Alright, Marcos bought 3 hot dogs and 2 fries for $1.13. Adriana bought 5 hot dogs and 1 order of fries for $1.30. What is the cost of 1 hot dog? Well, let's bring on this paper on back so we can make some room. Make some room. Alright, so Marco got these good old hot dogs for $8. We're going to say H for hot dogs. And F for french fries. I would love to have some french fries right now. Alright, so 3 hot dogs and 2 fries. I wonder if it's 2 just like a fry and a fry or an order of fries. $1.13. You really don't need that dollar sign. I know why I wrote that. And 5 hot dogs and 1 order of fries equals $1.30. Alright, so these are set up. These are like the hamburger hot dog problems. And it's dealing with a hot dog. So, look, 1 is a factor of 2. So we can just multiply this bottom one by 2, but we want to make it opposite. So we're going to multiply by -2. Top answer or top equation stays the same. And we're going to multiply the bottom by -2. Alright, then we solve, then we add the 2 equations. Bloop, those cancels out. 3h plus -10h, -7h. and 113 plus negative 2.60 is negative 147 divided by negative 7, and you get 0.21. Now, what did they ask for? The cost of a hot dog. So, and the cost of one hot dog, and I'm guessing this should be fries right there. Got cut off, I believe. So you have 3 times 0.21 plus 2f equals 113. So that would be 0.63 equals 113. Subtract 0.63. Get 2f equals 0.5 divided by 2. And French fries cost 25 cents each. Best French fries in life, probably. Who knows? I'll take a couple. So the answer here is the cost of one hot dog and one fry, so it'll be A. Alright, find the solution to the system of equations. So this is a good chance for us to do this in the calculator, since it is in y equals. What's the first thing y equals? It was what they want us to graph it. So go to y equals, put in the first equation, and remember use this for x plus 6, and negative 2x minus 3, and graph. And it's taking its sweet time. Second, trace 5, enter. So our solution is negative 3. Alright, find the solution to the system. These are in standard form already. No both factors of each other. Let's go multiply by this negative 3, 4, negative 12x plus 21y equals negative 30. 12x plus 8y equals negative 28. I don't need no one else, babe. Alright, let's keep this one moving. So yeah, y equals 2 over 29. Now, this is the first time we've ever had a fraction. Now, you also could solve this by getting into y equals, getting y by itself. Remember, you don't always have to use elimination. You can use any method. Might be easier for some just because of this fraction here, but let's go ahead and plug it back in for y. So you have 4x minus 7 times 2 over 29 equals 10. 7 times 2 over 29 is 14 over 29. I have 14 over 29 on both sides. That's not coming out right. I see what I did. So this is negative 30 plus negative 28, which is negative 58. making that divided by 29. Y equals -2. I apologize deeply for that. So you have 4x minus 7 times -2 equals 10. 4x plus 14 equals 10. Subtract 14, subtract 14. 4x equals -4. Blah, blah, 4x equals -1. I apologize for that. It was just throwing me off there and I couldn't see that negative and I wrote it. Sorry. Alright, next one. What's the equation of a line with a slope of m, a slope of 2, and a point of -2, 5. Alright, so remember, slope intercept form starts from point slope form. So we have our points, we have our slope. So this is x minus -2, which would then be a plus. And we distribute, add 5. Boom. Done. Alright, now we're looking at zeros of a function. You're looking for the y-intercept. I mean, not the y-intercept, the x-intercept. So where it crosses the x-axis. So we could get this in the slope-intercept form, graph it, and then see where it crosses the x-axis. Or remember, the x-intercept is when y is 0. So you got 12x equals -18 divided by 12. So x equals -18 over 12, which is -9 over 6, which is -3/2. Boom. So just if you did graph this, it would be hard for you to see a half, or you may graph it wrong. So I would just solve for x and find a y-intercept. Alright, next one. We need a line parallel to these lines, but goes to that point. So remember, parallel lines have the same slope. Alright. So when we look at this equation, we see that our slope is 2, so our new slope is going to be 2 also. And then we have this point. So again, point slope form. -1y minus 4 equals 2 times x minus 8. Distribute. And finish. Boom. We out here getting it. Questions? Alright, let's go to the next page. Alright. Whoa. Some translating. Alright. It says one number is 4 less than 3 times another number if the sum of both numbers is 36. What are the two numbers? Okay, so we have one number, and I know when defining a variable, when it's not an object or something, it gets a little tricky, but you say x is one number, y is the other number. Alright, so one number, which is x, is 4 less than 3 times the other number. That easy. So x equals -4 plus 3y. Or if you want to put x equals 3y minus 4, those are the same things. Alright, then the sums of both numbers. So the sum of both numbers is 36. We already have x equals, so we can plug it in for x. So you have -4 plus 3y plus y equals 36. So we're plugging this in for this x. Alright. And then we solve. Solve, solve, solve. We like to solve. Bloop, bloop. So now y is 10. Find the other number. We got x plus 10 equals 36. Subtract 10. Get x equals 26. No doubt. So the two numbers, 26 and 10. Alright, if any of y'all get this wrong, punch you in the neck. Y'all see these lines don't cross. So there is no solution. If you have two equations that have the same slope, that again is no solution. If you have two lines on top of each other, that's infinitely many solutions. Alright, so you can see these two slopes are the same. Down 2 over 3. Down 2 over 3. Slopes are the same. No solution. You get this one wrong, I may punch you even harder. The solution is where they intersect. 3, negative 3. Boom. Trying to just throw you some answers. Alright, get into slope intercept form. So that's just getting y, solving for y. Alright, so we got x plus 3y equals 15. Subtract x from both sides. Subtracting these x's. Let's put a 1 in front of it, because it's going to help us when we find our slope. Or get our slope. Let's get y equals negative 1/3 x plus 5. So our slope, negative 1/3. Y-intercept is 5. Boom. Took me all of 2 seconds. Right, slope intercept form again. Here. Alright, again. Only thing you have to do here, boom, divide by 5. Because y is already over there by itself. So our slope is 3 over 5, and our y-intercept is 3. Yes! Find the solution. Another easy one. Get this wrong, coming for you. Boom, 2, 9. You look for where y is the same, and that's going to be your point, 2, 9. Solving the inequality. Distribute 3p minus 9 minus 5p on 3p minus 6. Combine like terms, 3p, negative 5p, negative 2p, minus 9a, minus 3p, minus 6. Gonna add 3p to both sides now. You're gonna add them together, you're gonna get 1p. Minus 9 is greater than that negative 60. You gonna add 9 to both sides and you're gonna get 1p is greater than 3. You're gonna divide by 1, it's gonna stay the same. Rah! Sorry, got a little carried away there. And the last page, 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 last page. Gonna make an A on this test today. You're gonna make all the A's in the major. You're gonna make Mr. Jones proud today, because you're gonna do it. If you got this far, I know you're gonna make an A because you care about what you're gonna make. I know it's a little lengthy, but hey, if there's stuff you already know, you don't have to watch this whole video. You can skip through it, all right? Or just check your answers. If you got it wrong, then just go back and see what you did wrong. You don't have to watch the whole thing. But I didn't want to just rush through it and just skip over stuff. But the perimeter of a rectangle is, my screen went off. Hold up. 72 inches. Its width is 6 inches greater than twice its length. What is the length? So perimeter of a rectangle. Remember, perimeter 2L plus 2W. That's if you use L for length, W for width. Say you use X and Y for width and length, then it would have been 2X plus 2Y. Alright, equals 72. So 2L plus 2W equals 72. Its width, W, is 6 inches greater than twice its length. So 2L plus 6. You already got W equals, so we're going to plug it in for W. So you have 2L plus 2 times 2L plus 6 equals 72. 2L plus 4L plus 12 equals 72. Minus 12. Minus 12. Oh, we can combine these like terms. It's going to be 6L equals 60. Divide by 6, and you're going to get L equals 10. Now, we did answer this question because now we know the length is 10. But let's just plug it in just to see what the width is, just because we're curious. We're curious. We're going to figure out what that width is. What am I doing? You got that. 20 plus 6, that's going to be 26. Yeah. And that is 6 inches greater than twice. So twice 10 is 20, plus 6 is 26. So that is, in fact, correct. That is a correct answer there for the width. But they just wanted the length. Alright, Corey, I know it's Corey, has 42 feet of fencing around his garden. So if it's around, that is the perimeter. Perimeter. We know what perimeter is. 2L plus 2W. The garden is a rectangular in shape, and its length is equal to twice the width minus 3. What is the dimensions? Oh, who the heck wrote this? What is the dimensions? Alright, is the dimensions. What are the dimensions of the garden? So, Corey, your perimeter, which is 2L plus 2W, it's the same up here. I don't feel like writing it again. Because 42. But if you don't write it, well, on your test, hey, if you don't write it on your test, there's not. I can't take off points because of multiple choice. Is 42. The garden is rectangular shape and its length. So L is equal to twice the width minus 3 feet. So 2W minus 3. Boy, they made that easy. So this makes more sense. Usually it says 3 feet less than twice the width, but this makes more sense. Alright, so we got L equals, boom, gonna plug it in, Glade, 2W minus 3 plus 2W equals 42, 4W minus 6 plus 2W equals 42. Got 6W minus 6 equals 42, plus 6 plus 6. 6W equals 48 divided by 6. So that W is going to be, shoot, I always mess up with these, 8. Going to plug 8 in for W. So you got L equals 2 times 8 minus 3. What that make? 16 minus 3, 13. So your dimensions are 13 and 8. Boom, boom. Almost there. Evans grocery store is selling bottles of water and chips for cheap. If you buy 1 bottle of water and 2 bags of chips, that's $1.50. If you buy 2 bottles of water and 2 bags of chips, you pay $2.25. How much are the chips? Well, really, if you look at that he bought 1 more bottle of water and it went up to $2.25, you really know that bottles of water are 75 cents. But we're going to find this out the good way. So, we got water. and chips. Probably Pringles. Well, shoot, not for them low prices. So, 1 bottle of water and 2 bags of chips are $1.50. 2 bottles of water and 2 bags of chips is $2.25. Alright, so what are you going to do? We need one of these to be opposite, so we're going to multiply by -1. Then you have -1 water minus 2 chips equals -150. And the bottom stays the same, so you're just going to bring that over like that. You're not going to do anything to that. No, you're not. Boom, those cancel out. Then we have 1 water equals 0.75, like I said earlier. So a bottle of water is 75 cents. Let's find out how much these chips are though. So I'm going to plug in 0.75 for W. I use the first equation. This is points. I want to subtract 0.75. And get 2C equals 0.75 divided by 2. I think this is about to make me angry. And somehow, chips are 38 cents. But let's check our answer to be sure. So you have 2 bottles of water times 0.75 plus 2 bags of chips for 38 cents. Now this I think is going to be an approximation when I'm going to use a calculator just because I'm not sure why. Yeah, me too. 26-ish. So when I divided 75 by 2, 0.75 by 2, I really got 0.375, but you're not going to pay a fraction of a penny. So they usually just round either up or down. Since it's 5, it is 38 cents. So 38 cents and 75 cents. Boom, bam, pow. Come on. Buzz was cleaning out his desk at work when he found 37 coins consisting of dimes and pennies totaling 58 cents. So he has 37 coins of dimes and pennies. They total to 58 cents. We know a dime is 0.1 and a penny is 0.01. Multiply this top equation by 0.1 because that's easy for me. It's going to be 3.7 equals 0.1. I'm going to make that negative, so make that negative. Dimes minus 0.1 pennies. This going to stay the same right here. So we got 558 equals 0.1D plus 0.01P. Gonna add those two together. Got negative 3.7 plus 0.58, and that's gonna bring that down. That's gonna bring that up to negative 3.12. So these cancel out right there. So you got negative 0.1 plus 0.01. And what they make? They're gonna delete. I messed up here. You got negative 0.09 pennies. So you're going to divide negative 3.12. You're going to divide that by negative 0.09, and that's going to give you a fraction. And hold up, wait, let's see if I did something wrong. Boom, boom, boom. That's 0.37, so negative 3.7 plus 0.58, 312. I need pause this momentarily. I'll be right back while I figure this out. Alright, so usually when I get stuck like this, I'm going to use a different method. I'm going to use substitution. So let's bring out our paper again. So we got our two equations. 37 coins equals the dimes and the pennies. And then the value of those is 58 cents. We know dimes are 10 cents and pennies are 1 cent. Alright, so up here I'm going to solve for D, for instance. So I'll just subtract P from both sides, get 37 minus P equals D. Now I'm going to plug it in for D here. And so you have 0.58 equals 0.10 times 37 minus P plus 0.01 P. Alright, going to distribute. We got 0.58 equals 0.1 equals 3.7 minus 0.10 P. 0.01 P. So you got negative 0.1 plus 0.01. That's what I thought. 7 minus 0.09 P. Going to subtract 3.7. And this is looking like it's going to get us to the same case. Yep. Divide by 0.09. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep getting the fraction. So I'm gonna skip that one for now because this video is getting long. Sorry. Jason's band in high school, worked for Raise Money, raised 15 tickets. So yeah, it's student tickets and adult tickets. So A, adult tickets, and S, student tickets. So 1,500 for the total tickets, so A plus S. No, shoot. They sold 400 tickets, tripping. 400 equals A plus S. And they made $1,500. And adult tickets were $5. Student tickets were $3. So, let's do -3. Whoop whoop. -1,200 equals -3A minus 3S. This one stays the same. Cancels. 300 equals 2A divided by 2. So 150 adult tickets. So $250 student tickets. Alright, so again, you don't have to watch every minute of this video. It's even required. This is just to give you some guidance or some help if you need it for the test. I will upload these sheets momentarily so you check your answers, and I will see you next class period.